we're all going to punch that ticket. The conductor's going to open the door to the train and say, "I need you to step in." I'm not ready. No, come on. I don't want to go yet. No, come on. Let's go.
There's none of that. Move along.
Just get on the train, man. we're going now. There's the light at the end of the tunnel. That's where we're going. Let's go. But when that time comes, many people find themselves in medical need. And well, you pointed this out. They took all of your mother's assets. I went through.
It's $200,000 in cash value for 2 life insurance policies that she paid on for her entire fucking life. Like, we're talking over 55 years, 60 years.
And I know that your mother had a successful business.
Yes.
Peg and Dots was in Berkeley for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, she was a seamstress. She worked in a
good
hospital
one
for a while too.
And a good one.
Yeah.
Which means she paid into the system the whole time, and yet they still took her assets.
Correct. They don't give a shit.
No,
that's just the way it works.
What they're doing is strip mining. It's strip mining.
Yeah, it actually
they're strip mining generations. As you get put, they try to force you into position to sell property or to sell assets or to purchase assets, which turned out to be a setup. I'm not saying Enron specifically was a setup itself, but we know that there are investments out there that are basically setups. Once you put your money in, you can't get them out. Some of the 401ks, it's extremely hard to get your money out. Hey, that's my fucking money. Oh, but you didn't read the fine print. If you pull it out, we're going to tax you 60%.
They hammer the shit out of it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You seem to know something about that. Talk to us about that.
Well, I mean, I was a financial planner, and I used to set up 401k allotments or deductions or whatever you want to call it into people's accounts. And
early withdrawals. What about early withdrawals?
Absolute dog shit out of you. And you have to, and there's a point where you get to a certain age where you have to take the money out. Mm-hmm. They don't let you, you can't keep it in there for your entire life. Once you get to retirement age, it flips over, and then you can start, taking the money out and doing what you got to do with it, which isn't really, I mean, it's your money. You should be able to do what you want to do with it, but they hammer the absolute dog shit out of you.
It is part and parcel of what we were talking about earlier with the banks, though. What they're doing, the way that I see it, is they get you to dump all this money into it, right? Well, now you can't get to your money, but your money is still there. Guess what that money's used for?
They're making money off your money.
They're making money off of your money, and you're not getting any of that.
Yeah, and that money is probably being used by BlackRock for them to purchase homes and then charge you an astronomical rate to rent them from them. See how this works? It's the 3-shell Monte game. Oh, thank you for your 401k. But you can't have this for another 20 years. So we're going to take this money and we're going to move it over here to make it work for us, and fuck you.
Yes. They have figured out very cleverly a way to smile and gently fist you in the rectum with no lube.
Gently, of course.
And make you thank them for it.
It's insane. Oh, and here's another thing. I used to do the amortization tables for people when they would do their loans with me.
What's an amortization table?
That's basically, if you say you buy a house for 100 G's, right? Or 120 G's, you put 20 down, you take out a $100,000 loan. And it's a 30-year fixed. You're going to pay roughly 2.2 to 2.5 times the amount that you borrowed over a 30-year period in interest. So you take out 100 G's at the end of that 30 years.
I'm sorry, what?
If you borrow 100 G's at the end of that 30 years, that $100,000 is going to cost you roughly $250,000 over a 30-year period. That's how it works. And that model is directly related to what they used to do in England. They literally just brought it over here and did the same shit.
There's a word for that.
Yeah, there is, I guess.
Usury. The word is usury.
Yeah. And when I would sit down with these people I'd be like, look, I'm going to give you a 30-year fixed. This is your interest rate. This is your payment with this amount of taxes. My advice is tack on an extra $200 a month, pay this off in 15 to 18 years, and save yourself $120,000 in interest on the back end by doing that. Like the house we're in now, the Lair.
Yeah.
I pay extra on the principal just to get it paid off, and I'm almost there.
Wow.
I've had the house for like 5 years.
And you're almost paid off already.
Yeah.
That was an inner city Detroit house, though. I'm imagining you did not pay $450,000.
Oh no! This needed a lot of work. A lot of work.
Well, it's literally got eyeballs in the floor. So,
well, because they fit.
No, really. The first time I walked into that house, and I'm walking along and I looked down at the floor. I'm like, what the fuck? There's an eyeball looking up at me. Like, what is this fucking doing here? And that was what he told me. They fit. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, the house needs a lot of work.
What the fuck do you mean they fit? What the fuck?
Like when I bought this house, like the original floor, the wood floor had been covered with carpeting since the house was built in the 30s.
Okay.
So I buy it, and there's like 2 layers of carpeting and pad soaked with animal urine. It is fucked up. I got to rip it all out. And me and my buddy Eric, he's like a brother to me. We spent like 6 weeks sanding this fucking floor and staining it and all that shit just to make it.
Sand de Flora, Daniel-san.
Yeah. And he's the one that, I'm like, because the holes in the floor with the eyeballs. Yeah. Like people were carpenters back in the day were doing work in actually gouged holes in the floor.
Yeah.
And my buddy Eric is like, no, just to put an eyeball in that. It looks like, I'm like, yeah. So I mean, I had a couple of these glass eyeballs. I don't know why.
Because people just have glass eyes laying around.
Yeah, I have like a couple sets of them actually, and I put it in there. I'm like, it fucking fits great. So I put shoe glue on it, and there they are.
Wow,
they're still there. And this used to be radiator heating. They ripped it out, so there's little holes along the walls that I have to actually put the eyeballs in there as well.
Radiator heating is expensive, especially here in Michigan for some reason.
We have the electric heating in this house.
Baseboards are brutal. Don't do that.
Oh, it was
$2,000 electric bill.
Yeah, fuck that. I literally put in 2 furnaces, one down here, one upstairs. They're furnace heaters that are used in like mobile homes and stuff.
Okay.
Hook them up to gas. I just keep the doors open, set the thermostat to like 65 in the winter. Yeah. The rest of the house is cold as shit, but pipes aren't freezing, and I can live with it.
That's all that matters in Michigan. You don't want to burst pipe in the winter in Michigan.
No,
that will do horrible shit to you. So we got way off track here. I'm not even certain where we were. That's okay. I'm reading off of notes at this point. I don't actually have links for this particular material, but let's get into countable versus exempt assets. Countable assets, these include cash, bank accounts, investments such as stocks, bonds, health plans, life insurance policies, and non-exempt real estate. If the total value of countable assets exceeds the Medicaid limit, the individual must spend down these assets to qualify, which is what happened to your mother. Exempt assets. Certain assets are not counted toward the Medicaid limit, including the primary home, in some cases only if the individual or their spouse is still living in it, one vehicle if used for medical transportation, personal belongings, household goods, and a limited amount of life insurance, typically with a face value of $1,500 or less. And then prepaid funeral arrangements. How decent of them to let you keep your burial spot. And how telling. They literally take everything but your fucking grave.
Yes. They take it all.
Except your grave. You can keep your grave.
I'm expecting once my mother passes away to have bill collectors and other people come after me for money and shit. And that's exactly what I'm going to tell them. I'm like, does my name appear on any contractual agreement between you and I? No.
I have no contract with you, pound sand.
That's right. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Liquidation requirements if an elderly person's countable assets exceed the Medicaid limit, they are generally required to spend down these assets to qualify for Medicaid. This may involve liquidating investments, selling non-exempt property, or using savings to pay for care until the asset threshold is met. The primary home is often exempt if the individual intends to return home or if a spouse, minor child, or disabled dependent lives there. However, if the individual is permanently institutionalized and no exempt person resides in the home, Medicaid may place a lien on the property or count it as an asset until it is sold or transferred properly. How funny that we mentioned that before.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.